Alright, welcome back to The Greatest Demon Lord Reborn is a Typical Nobody. Anime Review, Episode number 3. We're here to review episodes 5 and 6 for the series. Pretty much 5 is the conclusion of the story arc that started in episode 3. Yeah, and then 6 is mostly put just to start of the very next story arc of the series. So, basically, we have Arena's father being treated, and of course Arn being informed what happened to Arena. Of course, they do mention that, well, Arena's family are basically royalty, and the current queen is a proxy. And apparently she's a son of evil gods. Now, of course, they think Arn doesn't know anything about this. He does get informed of this later on. He's like, who cares? Doesn't change anything about her. Yeah, and of course that he does find her. Now I remember I think in the manga they apparently decided to strip her naked in the manga. I guess they kept her clothes on for sensory purposes because in the manga, like they stripped her naked. So when Arn found her, he had to give her his cloak to cover her up. Well, mostly anyway, just so that you can still kind of see she's still clearly naked. She battles the dragon. Excuse me, he battles a dragon Arena. Well, actually, first battles her in human form, and then she transforms into her dragon form. And by the way, all demons, she also has a group of demons working for her. They're easily defeated by Arn. And then Arena's saved, and of course, Arn's father knows all about this. Like, oh, keep it secret, Arn's in the dark. Nope, he knows all about it. He doesn't care. Yeah. I kind of wish basically some of these people would basically keep each other up. Exactly who knows what secret. And then the ending of episode 5 is quite interesting because basically we debut a brand new character. Selphie. A character, a woman who actually knew Arn in his previous life as a Demon King. And this is kind of weird though, the way this series depicts a Demon Lord, because most of the Demon Lords are despicable people where they basically fight humanity a lot of the time. This is one of those rare occasions where the Demon Lord was actually, well, in this one he was actually fighting instead of humans, fighting against evil gods. Now, I have pointed out though this series is very similar to the Mr. Demon King Academy. Well, in the case of that one, it was completely obvious he was the reincarnated Demon Lord, and everybody knew about it. This one, maybe one or two people know. It's not like the whole school knows. And the fact that, well, he's not over-the-top arrogant about it, like in the case of Marios from Mr. Demon Academy. He's not over the top of it, plus he's not basically depicted as... Well, in the case of this one, he's reborn. Now when he's born as a half-breed. This one, Arn is basically a full human who has the memories of his life. So, you have stuff basically where she thinks, so she thinks, 3 years passed by. She gets outside, and a lot more time passed by. She's informed by this mysterious guy in a mask, who she apparently knew from years past. Where, I think, about Lydia, she doesn't know about Lydia yet. Lydia does make a brief appearance last episode as a spirit. And the way it's done here, it's kind of interesting. During the course battle, it's almost like she's like an AI computer. Yes, I'm not sure why she's picked like that for, but she is. So, then she finds out that Arn is the reincarnated Demon Lord, so she basically just asks random guys, basically, and then she's like, oh, you're our Meteor. And of course, you have Olivia basically told her to calm down by smacking a book atop her head with the spine. Yeah, and finds out Arn, and he basically plays the fool. And then she challenges him to a duel, which he has no choice but to accept. And of course, they have their fight, and then he thinks, he's going to lose. And then her sword breaks, and then she brings out another sword, which apparently causes damage to the school. And the fact that also he's poisoned, but here's the thing. Irina, she's immune to it. For reasons. Olivia, obviously, is immune because she's a demon. Jenny, I'm sure she probably is, but the rest of the kids, I'm not really sure. So, then of course she had to calm down, and Nothing much made about the fact that old Demon Lord, and of course you have Olivia basically interested, but not exactly delving into the fact that this student of hers, who is now a teacher, is actually her little or figure, or basically her little brother. Yeah. So then of course they have like where he apparently is now a teacher, and he's asked to participate in the school festival where they're gonna do a play about the Demon King, the Demon Lord, and of course Arn is gonna play Demon Lord because obviously he was a Demon Lord, despite the fact that and of course Selphie plays one of the evil gods, and of course Viridia, and of course we need something to make money, and Jenny suggests Maid Cafe, and I'm like, wow, this is actually quite something because normally maid cafes are usually depicted in anime set in the real world, not a fantasy setting. I'm like, okay, that's actually quite interesting because you never suspected basically something like this would happen in a fantasy world setting because I've never heard of any did this before this one. A lot of other anime set in the real world. Now, you might think, did My Hero Academia School Festival, did they have Maid Cafe? I think they did. I know To Love Ru did. Bleach? No. They never had a school festival, so Bleach doesn't count. Bleach didn't have one. But a lot of the other ones, they usually have a high school when they have these school festivals. What's usually the most popular thing to have at these particular events? Maid cafes. They love having maid cafes. As a matter of fact, basically, I think it was at Shogi Expo when I was there a few years ago, they actually had a maid cafe and they served cupcakes. I actually missed my chance to go to that because this time when I go there in December, if they have it, I'm probably gonna check it out because basically I missed my chance last time. Though I'm gonna do a separate video basically hoping some changes they make basically from last time I was there. So I think with Jenny's just some risque outfits, and it was been modest have an alternate form, and that's it. That's pretty much basically what happens in the course of 2 episodes. Also, we have the mysterious masked man watch everything too. Yep. Also, for some reason, that Lydia, excuse me, those are probably thinking like, who actually is voicing these 2 people? Well, let me see here. Selphie is voiced by Rochelle May. Lydia is voiced by Corey Pitti. I'm sorry if I mispronounced her name. Let's see if I can find the guy's name here. Let's see. But yeah, overall, really good 2 episodes. And right now, I am roughly at the halfway point of the season. Yep. Now, here's the weird thing. There has been nothing about season 2 yet. Not really, no. But I am looking forward to basically, discussing the rest of this. Yep. So yeah, that's basically a particular view. Please be sure to like and subscribe to notifications. Next up, first time in a week, a comic corner. Yep. Next video. Bye.